So it is Monday, September 21st, and this is Team Exhilarate's weekly call, and I'm excited to be here with you all. We're going to talk about some end of the year strategies and the resolution effect. But first, just a couple of announcements. On October 17th, we have our quarterly Super Saturday event. And for those of you who are brand new, I know Jesse and Jamie are newer coaches, and you guys have probably not been to a Super Saturday event yet, but this is where we gather as coaches, and you can invite your potential coaches to learn more about the business opportunity and hear success stories. And it's just great to be around other like-minded people. So events are super important to get to, and I'll never forget my first one. It was a game changer for me. So I would love to see you ladies there and the rest of the team. It's going to be in Charlottesville at the Holiday Inn, and it's from 9 to 2 p.m. It usually goes till about 1, and I think there's a workout after, so it's totally up to you if you want to stay for that. If you are listening to the recording and you're not in the Cleveland area, you can look for an event near you in your coach online office. Couple other announcements. September 28th is the start of our coach sneak peek. So this is where we create an event on Facebook where you can invite potential coaches to take a look at the opportunity, and I'll be posting in there success stories and videos and stuff like that to put the opportunity out to others. And then we also have our size and 21-day fix challenge groups starting that day as well. So I just want to now go into a little recognition for you guys. You have been killing it this month. I'm super proud of you all. And so far in Success Club, and for those of you who don't know what Success Club is, it's a point system. You get 1 point for each Shakeology on home delivery, and then you get 2 points for each challenge pack. So fitness program plus a month Shakeology. So in Success Club, we have Cordo Lyons with 2 points. Then, 2 coaches and 8 points. And she is now considered a business starter. So we have this thing called the leadership ladder. And you guys can look more into that in your coach online office. But this is a status that Cordo has. And I'll be announcing this for each person who has obtained a status like this. So Kathleen Sheridan, she's got 1 coach and 8 points. And she's also a business starter. And then on the board, people we have so close to Success Club, Laura Starkweather. She has 4 points, and she's a team builder. So that's the next step up from a business starter. And then we have Jeff Cheatham, who has 2 coaches and 4 points. He's also a business starter. And then we have Candace Wilson, 1 coach and 4 points. Lauren O. She's got 2 coaches and 4 points, and she's also a business starter. Kelsey Miller, 1 coach and 2 points. Brian Zlesnikar has 1 coach and 2 points, and he advanced to Emerald last week. So way to go, Brian. It's a big deal. Jen Zlesnikar, 1 coach and 2 points, and she's a business starter. And then we have Nick Zlesnikar. He's on the call here. He's got 1 coach and 2 points. Way to go, Nick. I believe that was your first one, and I know it's so exciting, and super proud of you. We have Mike Starkweather also on the board, 1 coach and 2 points. And then I just want to give a special shout out to Angie Zalesnikar. She is now a team builder. So very, very cool stuff going on. You guys all rock. Proud of you all. So now we're just going to get into our topic. It's September. This year has flown by so fast. And now we have the unique opportunity to take advantage of the new year coming. So this is a time where so many people, they want to better themselves. They want to get healthy. They want to get fit, and it snowballs from there. They want to become a better person. So we have all the tools for that. We have fitness, nutrition, and we have the coaching opportunity. I don't know about you guys, but after I signed up as a coach, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm becoming a better person every single day. So we have all of that to offer. What we're going to talk about tonight, what is possible during this time. We're going to talk about a little bit of a warning for you. I'm going to remind you of some laws and principles to keep in mind. I'm going to give you some insight on what it takes to succeed. And then next week, we're going to go into the tips that I have for you to prepare for this. So the work that you guys put in now is going to pay off huge. Building your network at this time is going to pay off majorly over the holidays. So Beachbody and the fitness industry in general see increase in productivity and sales in the months of December through March. And it's due to, you know, unwanted weight gain, New Year's resolutions. People, like I just said, they want to get healthier, fitter. And so the relationships that you build now are going to easily be converted into challengers and or coaches. So this is going to lead to a dramatic increase in your weekly checks by March due to all of the repeat customers, and it's going to help you grow your business long term. So for an example, it's not always easy to talk about personal income, but I want to share with you guys what's possible. So in my first year in the business, December 2013, my average weekly paycheck was about $383.16. And then by March of 2014, my average weekly check was $815.95. So I essentially gave myself a 113% raise. Like, who can say that they're able to do that? And then in 2014, I was a little more established in the business. It was my second year, and so my increase wasn't quite as dramatic, but I was still able to give myself another 29% raise from December 2014 to March 2015. So team, this is the resolution effect. So many of you may be thinking, oh, that's just Lindsay, she got lucky, but it's not true. There's other coaches doing it, and those are the coaches you want to follow. You want to follow the top coaches, watch what they're doing, and play the end of the year smart. And this is going to happen for you, okay? So also keep in mind, there's going to be plenty of people who need our help, and this is the best time to significantly grow and impact your business. So I want you guys to start thinking, like, what can I do now before the holidays hit, and over the course of the holidays? So a couple examples, you know, maybe you can start some groups up to share with people how to avoid gaining weight during the holidays. Fall into fitness groups. I've seen a lot of people posting about that, so way to go. You guys are already on the right track. Sweating for Santa groups and like cash for Christmas groups with the coaching opportunity. So like I said already, the fall is a critical time in how you are building your business for this kind of growth. Some people feel like their income is going to increase without doing anything differently, and that's just not the case. So this leads me to give you guys the warning. And the warning is that you cannot have an employee mindset. And here's what I mean by that. So you have to start thinking, how can I make things better? How can I better myself? How can I add more value to others? You can't just show up and put in hours and think you're going to get a reward. That's just an employee mindset. And there's too many people who think they deserve a raise for just showing up, which is not the case here. So this is not what we're going to do, because we're entrepreneurs. And being an entrepreneur is where you get the opportunity to give yourself this kind of raise. Being an employee and asking for a 113% raise, your boss is going to laugh at you, right? So, for example, I remember working as a nurse, and this was before I even worked Beachbody and was my own boss. And I would get so excited about that 2% raise. Even though it was just such a small amount, I knew, oh, I'm going to get a bigger check. And now it's like I choose my income by the amount of work and growth that I do. So you can give yourself that 113% raise in a matter of 3 months if you act like an entrepreneur. So I'm going to give you tips on how to do that. Um, this is going to lead me into speaking about the law of promotion. And what that law states is that if you are faithful in the little things, if you cause what's in front of you to prosper and grow, then you will be made a ruler over much more. But you have to prosper where you're planted now. So start where you're at. Use the tools that you have and do what you can. Uh, but don't. But if you don't respect and honor what you have now, then you're not going to graduate to the next level. So as entrepreneurs, we need to take responsibility for everything. So think about like if you were to own a business and you walked in the morning and you saw a piece of trash on the floor, you're going to pick it up, right? It's your business. You want to make sure that your halls are tidy, your place looks great. And if you walked past the receptionist, you're going to smile and greet her because you want her to enjoy her job. You want her to be satisfied. You want to add value to others. But if you're an employee and you see that trash on the ground, you're going to think, oh, it's not my job to pick it up. The janitor will grab it. Or you're going to walk past the receptionist and you really don't care if she stays or not. So you're probably not going to smile at her. So you need to look at this in your own business and ask yourself, am I approaching this as an employee who thinks I should get paid just for showing up? Or am I approaching it as an entrepreneur who says, how can I make everything around me better? How can I find those little pieces of paper to pick up, clean up, and throw away? How can I make people feel valued so they want to stay? So those are just the little differences between someone who is just clocking in and someone who is saying, this is my responsibility. This is my opportunity to make something big, something better, something that makes a difference, right? So another quality that entrepreneurs have is to create their no matter what list. So employees have a to-do list. And I'm going to kind of relate always back to being a nurse because this is what I did for 10 plus years of my life. And I would go in, I would get my patient assignment, and I would say, okay, this is what I have to do for this patient. I would make that list. But if I didn't get everything done that day on my shift, I was like, oh well, nursing's 24/7, so the next person can do it. But that's not the case with this. You have to say as an entrepreneur, I'm going to get it done no matter what. And it means even when it's not convenient for you. So how many people have maybe not done their 3 vitals every day? And I can only see Nick here, but raise your hand. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. There's been some times where I have not done them. And what happens? My paychecks go down, okay? So we have to get past that excuse of, oh, my son's sick, or I have too much going on this day, so I'm not going to send out invites. That's an employee mindset, and we need to knock it off. We're not going to get paid for that kind of mindset. So we need to be showing up every single day, even when it's not convenient for us. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to send out invites. It takes 5 minutes to drink your shake and post about it. Or it takes 10 minutes, even personal development, if that's all you get in a day. Do it while you're sitting on the toilet. I don't care. But it's important to get it in, okay? So we just have to figure out, how am I going to get that in? So for an example, for your no matter what list, and this is kind of what I've made for myself here to share with you guys. So number 1, every single day I make sure to do my follow-ups. I empty out my message box. I'm talking to people and making sure that I'm responding to them within 24 to 48 hours. Sometimes on the weekend I give a little more time. Number 2, working out, posting about it, sharing in your challenge groups or on your social media platforms. And that leads me to number 3, posting on social media 3 or more times per day. So you want to make sure that you're posting on your wall, on your Facebook wall. And by the way, there might be some people on this call that don't know this, but you want to make sure that your Facebook is public. So one second. You may have concerns about strangers seeing your children or whatnot. You can actually make the pictures that you post of your children and your family, you can set it to only like family seeing them or certain friends. But your social media is your um, storefront. So that's free marketing with Facebook, okay? So posting 3 or more times per day, something motivational, like a quote, fitness and nutrition and family, stuff like that. And if you need help with that, we have lots of stuff in the team page to give you some ideas. And then number 4 is checking in my challenge groups and team pages. 5, drinking Shakeology. And then 6 is adding value to at least one person per day. And then 7 is my personal development. And like I said, just get it in when you can, even if it's just 10 minutes. I like to do it, while I'm cleaning or driving because I don't have a lot of downtime. I have a 2-year-old, or sometimes I'll wake up early and get it in. And then 8 is forming new relationships with at least 2 or more people per day. So I know that there's times that you guys don't feel like it, and I felt the same way, but I still show up and I do these things because my mind is set on the outcomes, on the compound effect. So The Compound Effect is a great book by Darren Hardy, and one of my favorite quotes from him is that the small, smart choices that you make plus consistency plus time is going to equal a radical difference. And then if you haven't listened to his Making the Shift on YouTube, it's a wonderful audio to help learn more about that entrepreneur mindset. So another quality that entrepreneurs have is being a problem solver. So don't come to the table with all your problems in the business, because what you focus on most, you're going to get more of. So start thinking, what can I do to get past them? How can I do better? And even ask the team, don't be afraid to share where you're struggling and ask, how can I get better at this? I know for me, I am a very coachable person, and I want to be better. I want to learn, how can I be a better coach? How can I be a better leader? Because I have people that I'm helping in my hands, and I want good things to happen to all people around me. So this is what a leader does. They are a problem solver. Ask yourself, how can I make myself irreplaceable? So what can I do to add more value to myself? Okay, we all have something in common here. We're all coaches, right? But what is unique about you? And what do you know more? What does Nick know more than Jesse? Or what does Cordo know more than Lindsay? So we all have unique qualities to share with others. And so, another point I wanted to make about that is that as an entrepreneur, you're constantly seeking ways to grow, where an employee is saying, what can I do to get by with the bare minimum? Like, all I need to do, just tell me the bare minimum. So start thinking, what do I need to do to add more value to those around me? And this kind of thinking is going to get you the raise you want. All right, guys, next topic in line here is a very important principle to keep in mind. And I posted a little bit about this in our team page, but it's a Farming 101 lesson. And so just think about this. You plant a seed of corn, and once it's planted, it takes an average of 75 to 90 days to mature. That's the same with this business, whether you're inviting to the coach opportunity or to one of your challenge groups. You're planting a seed. You got to think about it this way. But these people have to watch you for a little bit of time. They want to see that you're being consistent. They want to see that you're getting results. And then, as they have time to process that decision, then they'll be ready to commit. So once in a while, I'll tell you this, you may get some people like myself. I will never forget, my coach invited me, and I was like, oh my gosh, this sounds great. Sign me up. What do I need to do? So I was ready to go right away. I didn't need a ton of information, but that's my personality type. So you're not going to find people like that all the time. So that's just an extraordinary thing. A lot of people, they need time. They need to see that it's working for you. So just like the farmer who plants the seed and patiently waits for his harvest, we too need to have that mentality. So just continue to nurture these people by posting on your social media. You want to message them every day and say, hey, you're going to join my challenge group? Are you ready to join my coach team? Just let them watch you. A couple people on my personally sponsored coaches, it took them, I'd say one of them, it took me 3 times in inviting her, and that was, of course, over the course of almost a year. And then the other person was, I invited her once, and she said no, and then she came back to me a few months later. So it happens. It just takes time. And then another good idea to do is try and handle some of the objections people have through your posts instead of through private message. So if people have like a concern for price or a fear of failure, show them in your posts, hey, look at this is, I was concerned about the price too, but then I found a couple of people who wanted to do this with me, and this is the compound effect. This is a snowball that it's created. And that will help them to get past where they are at. So right now is the time where we need to be planting as many seeds as possible, and then give them that time to grow. And then when December through March hit, these people are you're gonna reap your harvest. So keep in mind though, you cannot reap what you did not sow. So you can't reap the income of a 15-star diamond business if you aren't putting out the invites and valuable content. It's a law, it's a principle, and there's no way around it. So I think that we can all be striving to be better in this. So I want to ask you to ask yourself this question, because it's going to make sense too. How long did it take you to make that leap of faith? So maybe you didn't sign up right away. And write that down. Write down what held you back. Was it an average of 75 to 90 days or maybe longer? Like I said, for me, it took about a week. And that was only because my husband had so many questions. But like I said as well, I had several personally sponsored coaches that it took almost a year of watching me. But I was consistent. And guess what? They knew where to find me when they were ready. So people are watching you, and they just want to know that you're being consistent. And what you need to do is just be patient. I know it's hard for some people, but I promise if you keep being consistent and patient, it's going to pay off. So let's talk a little bit about some characteristics of success. So number 1, enthusiasm is key. I know some people are going to say, I'm not very enthusiastic or outgoing. And honestly, guys, I'm like an outgoing introvert. So I like being around people. I like having fun. I have energy, but only at certain times. So I understand if you're not this like super outgoing, enthusiastic person 24/7. But I want you to think back when you were a kid. Kids are like the most enthusiastic and energetic like little human beings I know. My kid, I watch her and I'm like, gosh, I wish I had half of your energy sometimes. But that's how we need to be. We need to be like a kid who's excited and passionate about things. And you may have traded some of those things for a guarantee. So you don't want to get excited about something and then it doesn't work out. But that's not working. So guarantees are not going to get you anywhere. What you need to do is go out there with passion and enthusiasm. These things were given to us as children. We were born and designed to live this way, and we're born to succeed and reach our goals and be the light in others' lives. So, I mean, you look at some of these top coaches, some of the most successful coaches I know, and they're the most enthusiastic and excited about what they're doing and what they have to offer. You can tell by reading their posts that they're just freaking pumped up about life. And like, this is the greatest thing ever and that they just love the business. So those are the coaches that are attracting people that say, yes, I want to be on your team. I have no idea what you're doing, but sign me up. So focus on how you can channel that energy and enthusiasm instead of leading with a ton of facts and figures. Not a whole lot of people are moved by a ton of information about facts and figures. Most people are moved by passion. So you don't need to know everything about Beachbody to be successful. You just need to be excited about Beachbody. And that leads me to talk a little bit about rejection. So what is the natural thing to do when you get rejected? You're going to get like down and like you're going to feel like, oh man, maybe I'm not good at this. No, you are good at this. That is not the case. We all get rejected. Do you know how many no's that I have gotten since I've started this? So you can't let the no's knock you down. You have to get over it quickly. Just don't get depressed about it. Those no's just mean not right now. So think about when you started to walk as a baby. Did you say every time that you fell down that you were going to stay there? No, you were like super determined to get up and try again. So that is how you need to be with this. And you need to keep going until you get that first coach, or you get that first time in Success Club, or you get that first time in Success Club 10. And these are exciting things. So stop thinking that only there's a few people that are supposed to be successful in this. That's not true. You guys are all made for greatness. You can succeed in this business, and you just have to keep getting up and think that you're learning. So you're going to fail before you succeed, and you're going to fail again before you succeed again. So you need to learn how to fail forward and just keep going through all those failures. So the trick for that is to just stay focused on success. Remember that you are having a significant impact on others' lives. I actually had a coach that I spoke with last week. She was kind of down, didn't think that she was having much success. And I just thought to myself, oh my goodness, are you kidding? Like, you are a rock star. You are helping so many people. You've helped a lot of people lose weight. You rank advance very quickly in your business. You earned a free ticket to Summit. You're helping a lot of people. And sometimes it just takes that, somebody else to see how valuable you are, because you might not see it yourself, but you are helping people, guys. So focus on the positives. What I like to do is I keep like a Word document, and I save all the positive comments that people have sent to me. And if I ever get down or I think that I haven't helped enough people, I go there and I read that, and I'm just like, okay, I'm good. So that's a good idea if you struggle with that at all. And then if you're focusing on, the negatives, so the people who are telling you no and the things that aren't going perfectly in your business, you're just going to keep getting more of those things. So what you focus on expands, and it's also another principle that you just can't get around. So you might as well focus on the positives and the successes. Ask yourself, what has changed in myself since I became a Beachbody coach? How am I growing? How is my life better? And if you stay focused on those things, even when the times are hard, you're going to succeed. All right, guys, I'm almost done. Just gonna take a sip of water here, sorry. So these things are gonna get a lot easier too when you start to just focus on your why. So you probably heard me talk about that. You've probably heard about our upline diamond coaches, star diamond coaches, Tina and Joe, talk about that, and others on the team, but it's so important, and I'm going to continue to talk about it. So I'll tell you that when I started as a coach, I'm going to show you this. This is my paper. You probably can't see it very well, but I was a brand new mommy, and I had to write down my 3 W's before I got on the call with Miss Tina Gonzalez and my personally sponsored coach at the time. And it was who I am, why I became a Beachbody coach, and what I'm hoping to get by starting this business. So I'm so glad that I wrote this down, that I saved this, because here's what it says. I'm not going to say who I am because that's, you guys know who I am. But why I became a Beachbody coach: to help others and to challenge myself as well. And I am freaking doing exactly that. Okay, I'm helping people. I'm challenging myself right here, right now. This is not my strength. I'm not a speaker. Well, I'm becoming one, but I'm challenging myself every single day, and I'm showing up, and I'm becoming a better person because of Beachbody. Okay, and what I'm hoping to get: a successful business with the ability to work from home. Holy crap! Like this, I wrote this 2.5 years ago, and look at where I'm at. These are the things that you're writing down as a brand new coach, and you're going to look back on 2 years from now, 3 years from now, and you're like, I cannot believe this. I can't believe I achieved this. But the only way you're going to do it is if you are consistent and you don't give up and you fail forward, and all these other things that we've talked about tonight. So that leads me back to talking about your why. So I want you guys to really, if you haven't done it already, get out a piece of paper and a pen and write it down somewhere you're going to see it every day. So what do you want out of this business? And why are you here? Maybe you want to vacation more, or you want to leave your soul-sucking job, or you just want to pay off a little more debt. But what is going to drive you each and every day? It needs to be super deep. Mine was that I wanted to get out of my nursing job. I wanted to be home. So it has to be something that's going to keep you going, even on the days that you don't feel like showing up. So that brings me to, asking yourself what you want and looking at it every day, and then letting it play over and over in your head. So in the first 2 years of my business, I was extremely busy. I was caring for my family. I was working part-time as a nurse and a trainer. And I was working Beachbody every single day. And I had it in the back of my mind that I wanted out of my nursing job. I wanted to be home with my daughter. I didn't want to send her to daycare. I wanted to be the boss of me. I was tired of working for someone else's dream. So I had a burning passion, and I still have that passion inside of me, to get up every single day and just do it. Didn't make excuses. I remember I would work 12-hour shifts, and if I had a getting started right call to do at 9 o'clock at night after working all day, I didn't care. I was going to get it done because I knew what the outcome was going to be. And I knew it was going to pay off in the long run. So now what keeps me going today is you guys showing up, that I never want to go back. I never want to go back and work for somebody else. And that's what it's going to take to keep going and helping other people. You need to have that clear vision and your why. So ask yourself a few questions to get that clear vision and your why. So what do you like about Beachbody? What drew you into this? What was the attraction to you? And then what has it done for you so far? What do you want from this? And where do you see yourself going? So I know for me, when I first started, like, I never pictured myself leaving my job. That wasn't like even in my mind. But the more I worked and the more I fell in love with Beachbody, the more I said, okay, I'm doing this. I'm leaving that job. And I'm so blessed to say that I was able to. So you've got to have those clear and defined, whys and what's in the vision in your head, and that's what's going to keep you going. Not your coach coming behind you and whipping you into action saying, hey, you got to get in Success Club, or hey, you didn't show up on the team call, or hey, why didn't you come to that Super Saturday event? It has to be within you, okay? And you have to realize that Beachbody is an amazing avenue towards those things. So I really want you to think on this and put it in writing if you haven't already. And that is it for tonight. So next week we'll go into more about the tips as far as your plan of action between now and December through March. So I just kind of want to open up the line. Maybe anybody has questions, maybe you don't. No questions? Was this helpful to you? Okay. That's my main goal, guys. I want to help you. I want to provide you with info that's going to help you be successful. Jamie, do you have a question, hon?
I'd say no, that was good. That was definitely, yeah, like motivating and kind of opened my eyes to, yeah, ask my questions of, yeah, like, what do I want out of this? Why did I sign up for a coach? So, yeah, definitely, yeah, good points to think about. And, yeah, you definitely made good points of just absolutely that I am a new coach. So, yeah, start this journey and good key points.
Thank you. And yeah, you got on a great time. I hope those things were helpful to you, and definitely get those things written down, and we'll share a call with you, Lauren, and I, and we'll talk more about them. But it's so important to, you know, set those goals up front and really, you know, say to yourself, this is what I want, this is where I want to go, and those things might change over time, but so important to do in the beginning. Jesse?
Awesome. Yeah, I agree.
Jesse, do you have any questions?
No questions. I think you covered everything that I needed. It was definitely motivating, though.
Perfect. I'm glad it was helpful to you guys, and I appreciate you being here. So I will plan for next week, Monday, same time, 9:30, and we will talk over the tips to making you guys rock out December through March, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Have a great night, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.